you guys think of the no chase policy that is happening, I think, throughout the United States? You know, whenever I see videos of Brazil and stuff, like there's like cops chasing motorcyclists in cars, and like they're shooting with one hand. It's incredible. I kind of wish that they had some of that ability here. He was riding from I-95 north when a Virginia state trooper tried to pull him over, and of course he ran away from the police. The police stopped the chase because it was getting too dangerous, and eventually came back south 1 hour later on I-95, and the same cop chased him because he was going like 130 miles an hour. And then I think they let go of the chase, and the motorcyclist hit a pickup truck, exploded, hit a semi, and the bike burst into flames, and of course he died. Now the question to you is, what's up with this no chase policy? You know, I've been getting into arguments with people online about the chase policy. Here in the DC area, it's mostly like no chase. Virginia is a lot stricter, so they will chase you if they want, but in Maryland they're kind of like pussies. They won't chase you, and DC is even worse. And I kind of feel that enough's enough, because there's this weird mentality that I'm seeing in groups that it's almost like they're taunting cops. I was on the highway the other day, and I saw a motorcycle, two motorcycles in front of me, and that was a douchebag, one on a sport bike. He rides up to a cop and he adjusts his GoPro, looks at his window to the left and adjusts the GoPro, and then he takes off in between cars doing high speed, and the cop doesn't do anything. There's been quite a few accidents in the early spring where riders are just dying because they are running away from cops, and basically adrenaline kind of takes hold and they can't control themselves. People around here on motorcycles, a lot of them don't even have license plates, and if they do, it's like they're tucked away under the wheel. Sometimes the license plates are not even belonging to the right bike. They're just kind of skating by. They have no insurance, and a lot of them have like stolen bikes. So when the cops get, you know, try and pull them over, they're not going to stop. Yesterday too, there was a group of cars that stopped the Beltway, the Capitol Beltway, one entire section, and the other side was backed up because everybody was like, what the hell is happening? To do burnouts in the middle of the Beltway, a 4-lane highway, the biggest highway in the entire area, the one that carries the most traffic. They stop the traffic, and it's always in the PG side. You ever notice that? No, I want cops to do something about them. Look, I ride a motorcycle all the time, and half the time I'm like riding over the speed limit, and I want cops to stop motorcyclists that are doing illegal crap. I know that they should like base it on individual level. You know, like if you're riding 80, 90 on a country road, okay, you're not really hurting too many people other than a bunch of trees. But if you're riding at 90 miles an hour, dodging in and out of traffic, you know, dodging minivans and Priuses and doing burnouts in the middle of the road and holding everybody up, yeah, I want the police to give you a ticket. All of this stuff goes on social media, so a lot of these guys sometimes get caught, but the guys that were doing burnouts on the Beltway yesterday, they removed their license plates, and then there's like 4 or 5, like, see, this is probably useless. This is probably like a guy that didn't stop fully at the stop sign. Like, see, they're doing these stupid like little maneuvers here. You see that? Sometimes they're doing these like stupid, see, that's the thing that I don't like. They're like trying to get people for not like stopping. There's a motorcycle coming. I'm going to warn them. Oh, you see that? He got it. He got the idea. You tap your helmet on top to indicate to the motorcyclist coming in the front that there is a cop. So he got the idea because he kind of, as I saw him pass, he nodded. I might have saved that motorcyclist a ticket because that speed limit is 25 miles an hour. Right now I'm going 42. I think the idea behind the people that run away from cops, it's not that they're really good riders. I think they're just stupid. Think about it. You don't see anybody that's worth anything, that has studied in school for like 8 years, that has a good job, you know, they have a family, a great house, they have something to live for. You don't see them joining these idiotic groups and then running away from a cop, right? It's only stupid guys that do it. And I've never met like a doctor, like a neurosurgeon that was also a biker boy. That's something that really stupid people gravitate towards, I think. Whenever I ride with groups of riders, I find that the more restrained the person, the more money that they have, and the more they have to lose. When you have nothing going for yourself, you don't have any talent, you are have a margin like in your IQ, you're not that smart, you just kind of take chances because you don't realize that there's consequences. And with motorcycling, it's kind of like, it's already dangerous enough, so I don't feel like I need to push it in these areas. I've learned that there's like these clubs for motorcycles, and there's like riding clubs, and then there's like the social clubs. And I think always look in your mirror, look at your six to make sure those cars stop. Yeah, that was another injury by two riders on Saturday when it was freezing. It was legitimate freezing. It was like below freezing but barely, and apparently the rider said that they hit black ice, and at first I heard black ice, and it makes sense because it was cold that day, and there was this part of the beltway that apparently water kind of pulls up from underneath. So these two riders went down and they got hurt severely. The beltway, always be on the lookout for cars in front and behind, because I'm like looking at my six. Any car that I see aggressive driving or coming up fast, I try to be a little bit careful, and then I'm like scanning ahead to make sure that there's no cars coming from the off-ramps, that I'm not in blind spots. Like this car here, signaling left. He might want to get into my lane, so I'm going to speed up a bit. That's the beauty of having a large bike. You can easily speed. Well, squids, thanks for riding with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I can't believe it. Life's a fragile thing here. One minute you're chewing on a burger, the next minute you're dead meat.
Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.